Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to Vision classes. It's a classes for IGCSE, GCSE, AS and A level students. So today we have to discuss one of the interesting topic, that is differentiation here. So in a differentiation, we have a, let's say, y is equal to f of x equation, and we take a dy by dx is equal to even f dash of x, we call it as. So dy by dx is nothing but it's a gradient. So gradient, we take change in y with respect to change in x, that's a gradient. So in case of differentiation, we can calculate the gradient of a line, gradient of the tangent line. So to calculate here the stationary points, we have to equate dy by dx is equal to 0. Now what's a stationary point, or even we call them as a turning points. Okay, turning points or stationary point. So stationary points, suppose let's say we have a quadratic equation, we get the curve either upside down u-shaped curve or u-shaped just a curve. So these 2 points are, let's say here A and this is B, these are called as turning points. So how we can calculate them? We can calculate them by equating dy by dx is equal to 0. So whatever the equation we have given, it is equal to 0, and we have a simple general formula for IGCSE math. Y is equal to, let's say, x to the power n, then dy by dx is equal to n x to the power n minus 1. This is only formula that we have to use in every other differentiation question, keep in mind. Alright, here this is first part, turning point. So turning point, either we get the maximum point or minimum point. So suppose let's say we have a cubic graph, here we get the curve like this, fine. So we have here 2 points, let's say P and Q. So P point, it's a minimum point because it has a y value minimum, and the Q value is maximum point. How we can calculate this minimum maximum point? We have to take d2y by dx square, and we have to substitute these values of stationary point we got in first part, right? So dy by dx, when we equate it, we get the x value, y value for A and B point, or even P and Q point, right? So we can calculate d2y by dx square, means again differentiation after dy by dx. Okay, and here x is equal to, let's say, x1 point we put out, and we get, let's say, greater than 0, then it's a minimum point. Fine, greater than 0 means minimum point, and d2y by dx square for x is equal to x2 less than 0 means it's a maximum point. Alright, so I have written behind my just a camera view. Alright, anyway, you can just assume that there it's a maximum point. Anyway, so I hope you understood this theory part. We will just discuss past year paper questions. Fine, so here we have paper 4 question from the May-June 2022. Okay, so look at here, nature of this question. The curve has equation y is equal to x cube minus kx square plus 1 when x is equal to 2. Gradient of the curve is 6, means dy by dx is given at x is equal to 2, it's a 6 gradient. So given that y is equal to x cube minus kx square plus 1, right? So dy by dx, using x to the formula, y is equal to x to the n formula, dy by dx we get it's a n x to the power n minus 1. So it's a 3 x to the power 3 minus 1 is 2, minus k times 2 times x to the power 2 minus 1 is 1, which we have to equate with. So when dy by dx at x is equal to 2, 3 times 2 bracket square minus k times 2 times 2 is equal to 6, we have to equate and simplify. You will get k is equal to 6 here, k is equal to 1.5 we will get. Fine, so here 3 times 4 is 12 minus 4 is 4k is equal to 6. So transfer 6 to the left, 4k to the right. So 12 minus 6 is equal to 4k. Fine. And k is equal to 6 by 4, that is 1.5. Done. That's it. That is what we have to show in the first part. Then secondly, we have to find out coordinate of a stationary point of y is equal to x cube minus 1.5 x square plus 1. So to find out stationary point, we have to equate dy by dx is equal to 0. Okay, so here dy by dx is equal to 0 is the condition for stationary point. So we have y is equal to x cube minus 1.5 x square plus 1, right? And so dy by dx is equal to 3x square minus 1.5 times 2x is equal to 0. We have to compare. Fine. So transfer this part to the right. So or keep as it is. So here 3x square minus 1.5 times 2 is 3x is equal to 0. You can take 3x is equal to common, 3x common, sorry. Take 3x common, so you left in the bracket x minus 1 is equal to 0. Means you can compare x is equal to 0 or x minus 1 is equal to 0. So we got two values, x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 1. And we have to substitute these x values in the given equation y to find out y coordinate, because we have to find out coordinates, fine, of the stationary point. Okay, here 0 cube minus 1.5 times 0 square plus 1. So y point we got 1. So we can write here 0 comma 1 is the first turning point. Then when x is equal to 1, find out the y point. 1 cube minus 1.5 times 1 bracket square plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 minus 1.5 is just a point. 5 is the y point. So second turning point is 1 comma 0.5. So here you can write 1 comma 0.5. Understood this part? So you have to compare firstly dy by dx is equal to 0. Then you will get the equation. Okay, equation. Then you have to find out, solve those equation. You have to find out x values and y values. So you will get the turning point. So using these turning point, even we have to find out the curve or graphs. All right. So this is cubic curve first of all. Yeah. Then next point here, sketch x cube minus 1.5 x square plus 1. Right. So we got here. So to draw the cubic curve, we have a generalized equation y is equal to ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Fine. Suppose if a is greater than 0, then the curve, cubic curve, starts from first quadrant and ends in third quadrant like this. And if a is less than 0, means negative value of a, here a value, then we get the curve starts from second quadrant and ends in fourth quadrant like this. Okay, here we have a x cube minus 1.5 x square plus 1. So a is greater than 0 in this case because it's a 1. And we got even turning points 0 comma 1 and 1 comma 1.5. These are the two turning point. Just locate those two turning point at least. Okay, so let's say here this is 0 comma 1 and the other point is 1 comma 0.5. 1 comma 0.5. So these are the 2 points we got turning point. So as I said, if a is greater than 0, the curve, cubic curve, start from first quadrant like this. Fine, it goes like this. Okay, and here it ends in third quadrant. So you can just put out here arrows. This means rough graph, and rough graph you have to draw it. This is 2-mark question. That's enough to draw the curve. So these kind of small tips and tricks are there, and if you want to understand and if you want to get A star grade, then you can join us. I have left the contact in the description box, because we have the continuous classes and things like that are going on. Even though right now means the exams are coming up, means some of the students are giving the exams in the Feb. Today it's 12, right? 12 of Feb, isn't it? So I hope you all are enjoying the maths, studying it thoroughly, okay? And suppose if you like our videos, then share to your friends as well. So we will understand one more question, okay? So this is question from paper 4 extended. It's October November 2021. All right, so here the question saying that to find the coordinates of a turning point of a graph y is equal to x cube minus 12x plus 6. So we have to find the turning point. To find out turning point, we have to compare dy by dx is equal to 0, right? Dy by dx is equal to 0. So y is equal to x cube minus 12x plus 6, and dy by dx will be 3x square minus 12 is equal to 0. So 3x square is equal to 12, x square is equal to 12 by 3, x square is equal to 4, and if you take the square root, x is equal to plus minus square root of 4, which is x is equal to plus minus 2. Now when we got the once we got the x values, two x values, you have to substitute in the given equation as well. So x is equal to, when positive 2, y is equal to, substitute all the means values here. So 2 cube minus 12 times 2 plus 6, 8 plus 6 is 14, 14 minus 24 is minus 10. So we got first point, first coordinate, that is 2 comma negative 10. You can write here 2 comma negative 10. Then when x is equal to negative 2, you have y is equal to negative 2 bracket cube minus 12 times negative 2 plus 6, right? So negative 8 plus 24 plus 6, isn't it? So 24 plus 6 is 30, 30 minus 8 is 22. So we got next point, that is positive 22. So negative 2 comma 22 is another point, right? So it's a negative 2 and 22. That's it. This is how means you have to completely write step by step answer. Are you getting it? So this is 5-mark question here. So for 5 marks, these steps are necessary. Until unless you write these steps, you will not get the marks. Okay, so even once we complete all these syllabus points, we explain how to write step by step answer to get A star grade. Okay, so even for previous means 6-7 years we have been doing same thing, and we will continue to do so to get A star grade, and you will be having great future ahead. All right, so next part is determine whether turning point is maximum or minimum. So condition to determine maximum or minimum point is that we have to find out d2y by dx square. Okay, so initially I have explained, go back again and watch the concepts for turning point. So firstly find out d2y by dx square. So we have a dy by dx here is 3x square minus 12. So if you take another derivative from there, 3 times 2x, 2 minus 1 is just a 1. Alright, so that's a just 6x. Okay, so d2y by dx square at a turning point, first turning point we have is 2 comma negative 10. It's a maximum or minimum we have to identify. So x is equal to 2, substitute, 6 times 2 is 12, 12 is greater than 0, so it's a minimum point. Fine, minimum point, right? Then we have another point, that is negative 2 comma 22. So d2y by dx square at x is equal to negative 2, which is 6 times negative 2, which is equal to negative 12, which is less than 0, means it's a maximum point. So first one is minimum, and the next point is negative 2 comma 22 is maximum point. All right, so rough graph we will get it like this. So it's a is greater than 0 means we have its graph we will get like this. Fine. So this is minimum point. Minimum point is 2 comma negative 10 and maximum point is it's a negative 2 comma 22. All right, so that's the minimum point and maximum point concept. All right, I hope you understood this part completely. Suppose if you like this video, share and subscribe to our channel as well. That's it. Enjoy studying maths. Bye bye.